Greetings fellow gamers, welcome back to the Onion channel, welcome to Schedule 1. Please ignore this guy's snoring, he wouldn't leave the property. This is how to make the Sweatshop useful in Schedule 1. Basically, when you get past a certain point, you don't use the Sweatshop anymore. I think we can all sort of relate to the fact that it is a really great jumping off point, and for only $800 it is necessary to get to the storage unit and to get to the bungalow. But at a certain point, especially when you get to the barn, at least for me, my Sweatshop just didn't get used very much. But here's how to make it useful. What we're going to do is we're going to take a locker, we're going to place it here, we're going to do storage rack, and storage rack, right? Then we're going to do brick press right in the middle, packaging station, and then we're going to do a shelf here, here, and here, if you want, or you can do one here. Just a little update, gamers, I actually made a mistake here. You're going to want to take this middle shelf out and just have one here and one here. With this simple layout, we have now created an incredibly useful sweatshop. Okay, let me explain. So we have our handler here, and we're going to assign him to the locker. If you don't know why you don't have a locker, the reason is very simple. I am on the beta server, the test server, if you will, and this is the new update that's planning on hitting Schedule 1 in about a week's time or so. You can change it on Steam. It's very simple. All you have to do is find the game in your library on Steam, right-click it, go to Properties, go to Betas, and then change it from the actual game to the beta, and you will have access to this. Car, I'm filming a video right now. Why you gotta be so loud? Just be careful, because it does have a chance of corrupting your save file, so don't use a save file that you care about, okay? So what we're going to do with this shelf is we are going to use the new configure filter system, which is basically just specifying what items go into what slots on storage racks or any sort of storage department. And what we're going to do is we're going to click the whitelist button and then add, and then type in jars. And jars are going to go in here, and then whatever we want packaged into those jars, we're going to type our product. Now, I'm going to choose meth, obviously, but let's just say you were doing a mix, right? You have a mixed product. I have my own mixed product here called onion juice. I would choose onion juice. Whenever you discover the mix and name the mix, or just discover the mix and you know the name, it'll come up here in this little page. So, I'm just going to whitelist the bottom row of everything here as crystal, and the top row as the thing I want it packaged into. Obviously, we have two packaging stations and a brick press, so I'm sure you can see where this is going. This top shelf will be baggies. So, now what we have is we have top shelf jars, bottom shelf whatever product we want packaged, top shelf baggies, bottom shelf whatever product we want packaged as well. It's beautiful. Now, like I said, everything is designated to go to its own shelf. The brick press is going to this one across the room, this one is going here, and this one's going here. This is our most important shelf. It's our God shelf. So let me show you all of the routes. I've made a couple of mistakes whilst trying to figure this out, so apologies to my editor. But the first route and most important route is God shelf to here. Second most important route is God shelf to here. Sirens, are you serious? I'm making a video right now, dog. Third most important thing is God shelf to the brick press. And now why that is the way it is because the brick press does not require an extra item like a jar or a baggie. So we only need two things there, right? And the only thing that could go to the brick press is the product, right? So your handler wouldn't bring anything else to it, okay? The last two routes we need are this to this and this to this. Now, that might seem a little bit confusing. I've confused myself by trying to fucking figure it out, but we're there now. So this shelf is going to this packaging station, whichever packaging station, I believe it's this one. So what's going to happen is because we've whitelisted it in such a way, we can come to the sweatshop as long as this guy is paid. You know what? Let's do a little rendition of it right now. Let's pay him for 3 days, right? Don't do anything yet, you little freak. So, here we have our product. Let's give ourselves, 20 jars. Let's give ourselves 60 baggies. Okay? Now, what he's going to do, we just need to show up to the sweatshop. Boom, 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 boom. Chuck it all in to the God shelf, and he's just going to get to work. He's going to sort it all. He's going to fill this and this and this I'm interested to see in what order he does what. So he's filling these shelves first, which is great, because we started with the God shelf. He's going to fill everything, and then he's going to diversify it, right? So the issue is that this takes 4 stacks of meth. So you will have to kind of fill it up again, basically like this. Another sort of, you know, however much crystal or however much product, so that he'll fill it all up first, right? Then he'll go to this and this. Basically, if you can bring him enough product, you can keep this full of enough product. He's going to fill that full. Go on, George, you little freak. And now he's going to fill this with product. So now what he's doing is he's filling the second shelf as per the order of his routes, which is totally what I expected to happen and not the other thing that my editor will cut out, because I'm still getting used to this whole whitelisting system. I'm really just trying to figure out how exactly handlers will behave with all this complicated whitelisting. I'm really interested in it, and yeah, the idea of basically a sweatshop packaging house utopia is real. Okay, he's done filling that one up. Now he's taking product, and he's going to stack the brick press. He's following his order. Okay, I'm getting a good understanding of this. And he's going to go ahead and package it as a brick straight away. So basically, it seems like when these are full, he'll pack the brick press, but he won't pack it twice, even though it can take 2 loads. He'll just package it and do it. So basically, he's going to make all of this into bricks, and then he'll go ahead and he'll package all of this up. So your bricks are ready for your dealers, and then in the meantime, this is ready to be done whenever this runs out. So I'm just going to come back to this in a minute when it's all cycled through, and we'll see if I was right. I'm very excited by the prospect of this, because currently I have in my little grass setup in my storage unit, I have a packager and 2 botanists, but I could have 3 botanists in here, and all I would have to do is handball all of the fucking product over to the sweatshop. If you're interested in how I did this, the video is going to be on my channel soon. I'm just kind of waiting for it to cycle out so I can flip it and turn it into a meth lab. So let's just go and see how our boy George is doing. So he's still bricking it. He's on his 4th brick. We came back, perfect timing, to see which one he does of these first. Obviously it'll be whichever one is on his route first. So it's excellent. It really is excellent. The whitelisting allows you to basically cut down on the amount of shelves you need to use, because you can now divert shelves into being used for 2 purposes, used to store 2 things, and you can get hyper specific with it. So that is how you turn the sweatshop into the most efficient version of itself, especially in the late game when you're not really using it anymore. You can just come, drop off a bunch of baggies, bunch of jars, and a bunch of product, and your boy George will just take care of it. You just need to pay him. It's beautiful. And this is what it looks like when it's completely cycled through. Obviously, I did it very clean by putting the exact amount of stuff into the God shelf here so that it perfectly cycled through, you know, all the jars and all the baggies and stuff. But you don't have to do that. You can just chuck whatever you want right here. And as long as you have the filter set up correctly and the whitelist set up correctly, then it'll work for you. And this will just be an automated packaging plant. Thank you very much for watching the Onion channel. Lots more Schedule 1 content coming soon if you subscribe.